because he's on 111 million subscribers and he's gonna basically dominate the whole entire art community just through how big he is. I mean, look, listen, whether you're a big YouTuber or not, art is for everyone. So if Mr. Beast wants to get into art himself, he can. If KSI wants to get into art, he can. If T-Series wants to get into art, they can. If, I don't know, Pewdiepie himself wants to get into art, he can. Doesn't matter how big the YouTuber is, I honestly think that anyone can get into art as much as they like. So it's not a big deal if anyone gets into it. How I started doing art, basically, I used to do a lot of pictures of Street Fighter, Tekken, and also King of Fighters were all my favorite games growing up. Also, I loved the Sonic Adventure games, Sonic Adventure 2. I loved that with a burning passion, and I loved the fact that it gave me the idea to be a concept artist one day, but I didn't really get into it, unfortunately. I got rejected a couple times, but at the same time, it gave me enough space and time to really find my own identity as an artist, a guy that has its own style. That's the thing I love. Sorry about that, just had to change the next day because things were happening. On a level though, ever since I've watched Pewdiepie, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've actually felt like there was something in me that felt like, oh, this ain't gonna go so well for the art community, because I know some of them are gonna feel a certain way. They're gonna feel like he's either copying or just like not being a real artist, or only liking him because he's got big followers and such, which, yeah, for the big followers section is kind of true, but at the end of the day, I don't mind him doing art. Like, I love to see the progress that he has. You know, he done videos before where he was getting into art, and when he spent 100 days getting better, I just thought that, you know, I was really happy for him. I was really proud. I wanted him to do as well as any other artist would do, you know? I like to see the improvements that people put in art, use their time and energy to actually produce something, and it's great to see Pewdiepie actually get better and better each time. So I'm not gonna have a huge problem with it, to be honest. I think he's really done a good job. But the one thing I really appreciate is that when you see artists like Sam Does Art or Kelsey Rodriguez, or, you know, other artists that you see in the past, I just honestly think that when you see him appreciate it, it's like, oh, this is great, this is good to see, and it's really amazing to see that happen, you know? So many people now today really just tend to just be so good at this. Like, I just think that, you know, any people can get into it. So, you know, I love that he's continuing to do art, but at the same time, I really hope he finds his own identity and comes to his own as an artist, you know? Even if, you know, it's for fun or not, or if he wants to take it more seriously, that's fine, you know? Imagine him doing an art channel and blowing up. That would be interesting to see, you know? So at this point, when I was thinking about it, I actually felt like, you know, some people may not care much about people that want to do art and they started off small and worked their way up to being a big artist on YouTube or being a big artist overall. So when I saw Pewdiepie do it, I actually thought it was great too, but I honestly, to be honest, thought that everybody was going to pay attention to him and not all the other artists that are coming up in the game. But, you know, obviously for me, I have spent a few years trying to do YouTube and try to do art stuff. I honestly felt like my art channel was dead, but I honestly thought, you know what, it is what it is. You got people like Pewdiepie who does a way better job of doing so, and I'm trying to develop and being a big artist on YouTube as well. That's the goal. But, you know, I honestly thought that whenever I felt like I saw people do better at art, I just felt like I'm losing the battle. But, you know, that's just comparison for you, you know? The whole point is to not be comparing yourself to one another, you know? And that's the thing that artists go for, comparison. Comparison is something that we compare ourselves and the other person to, and saying, you know, why are they not getting the better attention? Why are they getting more of the praise than I am, you know, that sort of thing. So, you know, it's not a bad thing. I honestly thought, you know, maybe I should, like, instead of just comparing myself to the other person, I should respect, support, and also give people, you know, support as well, you know? And to be fair, like, I'm loving the people who haven't really done art before. They say they want to get into it and then they start to get into it. It's good. So I don't really have the issue for people doing that.